Well, the local market started with high hopes after positive news from China, as we said, and in the US, but ended the day flat. Stephen Pill from RBS Morgans was watching all the action. I spoke to him earlier. Well, Stephen Pill, a reversal of fortunes on the broader market. What appears to have spooked the market late in the session?
Yeah, it was an interesting day today, Tiki. Market had a very strong opening. I think we were up something like 40 points at one stage before falling away in the afternoon, closing down 6. It seemed to be a little bit of investor concern on some of the local data. We'd had a pretty strong lead out of China over the weekend with some strong PMI data. So it looks to be a little bit of profit taking. I expect that some of the weakness was also driven around the fact that it was the opening day of the quarter, and then might have just been a little bit of movement on the books for some of the larger hedge funds who'd driven the close up over the last couple of days in the quarter last week.
Yeah, you mentioned the PMI figures there, the Chinese PMI figures. Was that why resources seemed to be the only bright spot, really?
Yeah, I mean, looking at the market today, it was definitely the large resource cap stocks that outperformed. BHP, although weaker in the end, was up something like 1.5%. It was a stronger day for Rio, the likes of Fortescue and Woodside as well, and they really were the bright spots, as you noted. The banks are all a little bit weaker today, albeit they've had very strong runs in the last couple of weeks. Some of the consumer stocks like Woolworths and Wesfarmers were weaker, and it was pretty much across the board.
Now, a steep slide in February's building approval figures, according to the statistician. How have building material companies fared as a result?
Yeah, they had a bit of a mixed day. They were basically, you look at something like James Hardie, that was pretty much flat. I don't think the market was expecting those figures, so it'll be interesting to see how they respond over the next day or so. On top of that, we've got the Reserve Bank due to meet on a rates decision, and I wonder, exactly what's in their thoughts and what they'll end up doing tomorrow.
I'm sure you're not the only one. And in company news, Panost has started processing gold ore at its second mine in Laos. Investors seem to quite like that announcement.
Yeah, they had a very strong day. They were up almost 5%. Albeit the stock has been beaten up pretty much in the last couple of weeks, as all commodity and particularly copper-based stocks have. They've got a $200 million project at their Ban Huzai mine, looking to start production in about 2 weeks. So that looks very positive for them. We particularly like that stock in here. I think it's both from a copper perspective and also from a technical perspective. It looks like it's probably due for a bounce and has some good upside from these prices.
Stephen Pill, good to talk to you up there in Brizzy.
Right, thanks, Sticky.